Okay, it's 9, Darlene, so anytime you say.
Okay, hold on. Okay, you are live now.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. This is the May 14, 2021 meeting of the Board of Land and Natural Resources. Thank you for joining us. We're holding this meeting online via Zoom due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. Persons who are either have submittals that they are applicants to, or who are wanting to testify on a submittal and signed up in advance are in the waiting room. We will let you in when your agenda item comes up. Otherwise, you will be in the waiting room, and the general public is able to watch via YouTube. If you enter the meeting from the waiting room, please turn off your YouTube so that we don't have an echo. And if you do that, things will work fine. Dr. Gahn, would you please read our standard contested case statement?
I'll be happy to, Chair. In some of the matters before the board, a person may wish to request a contested case hearing. And if such a request is made before the board's decision, then the board will consider the request first before considering the merits of the item before it. A person who wants a contested case may also wait until the board decides the issue, then request a contested case after the decision. It's up to you. Any request must be made in writing within 10 days. If no request for a contested case is made, the board will make a decision. The department will treat the decision as final and proceed accordingly.
Thank you very much. Today, the agenda will look like this. Item I1 has been withdrawn, so we will not be hearing I1. If you're here for that agenda item, you can go about your day. We're going to do some of the agenda items out of order first. The first one will be the M items, and then we will do the E items, that's state parks, then engineering, the L items, and then we will do F4. And then we're going to go in order, starting with the D items, land division. So that's roughly the order you can expect for the day. We may take a few things out of order, but only if the people who have signed up to testify are present. Okay. With that, we're going to move ahead with the M items. And that should be Ms. LaRue. Are you here? I have you in the meeting, but I don't have your video. There we go. Okay, these are all DOT airports revocable permits for airport purposes. So I'm just going to ask board members if you have any questions on any of these, M1 through M15. They're pretty straightforward. So, okay, if not, do I hear a motion to approve M1 through M15 as submitted?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstain? Thank you, Ms. LaRue. Well done. Okay, we're going to switch to the E1, and so let's just do a quick staffing change here. We may have to come back to E1. Right, I don't see the state parks in the waiting room, so we'll come back to that. We will go to engineering. So let me let the engineering folks in. Yeah, I think we have a couple of other people signed up. Let me make sure. I don't see. Okay, Cardi, we have Tony Koyamatsu signed up. Is he going to be joining us? Oh, Cardi's still connecting. And then for the applicant, we have Mark Lean also signed up. Do you know if he'll be joining us?
He should be joining.
I don't see him in the waiting room. I don't know if you want to try to reach him. Cardi, is Tony joining?
Yeah, he should be. He should be in the waiting room. It's not on. Edwin too.
Yeah, Edwin, I think I let in. Thought I did. Maybe he's rejoining.
Are we doing just
We're
in
doing
order?
L1. We're doing L1 now, but I don't see Tony and I don't see Mark Lane. So I'm gonna skip ahead to F4 while we're waiting.
Go check with Tony if he's at his desk.
Okay, and if the applicant could check with Mark Lane, that would be helpful. There's Tony. I got Tony here. Okay, Kathy, we're gonna go ahead and do F4, except I don't see Jordan Manley in the waiting room, but we do have Kathy Uneno Thompson.
Hi.
Are we good to go with?
Yes, I think so. That's who's going to be joining from the team.
Okay, great. Well, Kathy, why don't you go ahead with F4?
Okay, thank you. Hi, Chair Chris and members of the board. My name is Kathy Gaywicki. I'm an aquatic biologist with Division of Aquatic Resources. Today I will be presenting item F4 for DAR. Sorry, is there feedback or is it?
Yeah, I think, Kathy, would you please, I'm going to put you on mute and you can unmute when you're ready to talk. There you go. I think everybody should be on mute if you're not speaking. Okay, go ahead. Try that.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm presenting item F4 for DAR today. It's a request for authorization and approval to issue a Papahānaumokuākea Marine National Monument Special Ocean Use Permit to Jordan Manley, Narrows Media, and Patagonia Films for access to state waters to film a documentary about the Polynesian Voyaging Society conducting a non-instrument navigation activities. And this project consists of a two-person filming team that will be accompanying the Hokulea expedition and traveling on the same vessel. This expedition was authorized under the permit for Nainoa Thompson back in April of 2021. The film will document the activities of the expedition and focus on the training and testing of the next generation of young apprentice navigators. And they will also be capturing terrestrial and marine footage at French Frigate Shoals in order to document wildlife and the impacts from Hurricane Walaka. The producer for the film, Catherine Moneno, is here today to answer any additional questions you may have.
Thank you. Welcome, Ms. Thompson. Would you like to add anything? You gotta unmute yourself now.
Hi, and thank you. It's nice to see you.
Nice to see
Well, I just want to say that this is a very exciting film for us to be able to document. And this particular leg to the Northwestern Hawaiian Islands is crucial in connecting navigation to the bigger picture of the environment. And in terms of navigation, of course, they use all of nature, but it will take us deeper to that connection where almost the lines are blurred between human and nature. I mean, we are human nature. And so we strive to bring people to this deeper space of non-instrument navigation. And part of the exciting part of this Northwestern Hawaiian Islands leg is that we'll have young navigators training, and they'll be exposed to the beauty of the Northwestern Hawaiian Islands above and below the water, and to be able to also show that, and of course, what is on this earth, and the beauty of what could be too for these Main 8 Hawaiian Islands. But in any case, it's all about nature and human connection to it.
Thank you very much. Sounds very wonderful. Board members, any questions or comments?
I have a comment on this. I really appreciate how Polynesian Voyaging Society is offering one of these platforms for increasing intimacy of the human nature relationship. And in navigating, of course, it is a reciprocal, very intimate relationship between the world around the vessel and all the people on it, in order to wayfind and in order to assess the conditions of both where they are and the future conditions as they come up. Papahanaumokuakea is one of those amazing places that is a kind of compromise between open ocean and navigating within an island system, because those islands are low enough that they don't interfere that much with the greater pattern of the action of the air and the sea.
Thank you. Any other questions, comments, board members? If not, is there a motion to approve F4 as submitted?
So
Move to
moved.
approve.
All
Second.
right. Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstain? Okay, and I apologize, I forgot to do the roll call vote for the first one. So this goes for, raise your hand for both the M items and F4. So that is all in favor: Case, Gon, Yoon, Char, Yuen, Gomes, and Oi. Thank you very much. Have a great voyage.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you, board members.
Okay, I do not see Mark Lane yet. I want to just add, if you are in the waiting room, if you could please check to see that your name on your computer is identified with the name you signed up for. And if it's not, could you please change the name and preferably put your agenda item in parentheses? And if you can't do that, could you please email the board secretary, Darlene Ferreira, and just let her know what your computer is identified at in the waiting room. Otherwise, we don't know what you are here for if your name doesn't match your agenda item. So are we still waiting for Mark Lane? Oh, there we go, Mark Lane. Okay. I have video, but not audio. Okay, let's go ahead with L1.
Okay. Good morning, board. Chairperson Kari Chang, Chief Engineer, Engineering Division. Item L1 is actually a resubmittal of a previous recommendation we brought to the board on April 9th of this year. At that meeting on April 9th, the dam owner had requested a contested case hearing. So discussion had stalled. However, we received an email about a week or so later requesting that they withdraw their contested case hearing. So that is attachment A. So we're bringing this back to the board. It's basically the same action. It is a dam safety enforcement action on Uku-Mehame Reservoir for failure to comply with a notice of deficiency that was issued to them on February 18, 2020. The location of this dam is in Waikapu, Maui, and the dam owner is West Maui Investors. A little bit of background, this dam actually consists of two interconnected reservoirs, Uku-Mehame number 2 and Uku-Mehame number 3, but those two reservoirs are regulated as one structure. Uku-Mehame 1 is further upstream, but however, it's an unregulated structure, meaning it doesn't meet the criteria.
Cardi, can you pause, please? I think we have a little trouble with YouTube.
Oh.
Darlene, I'm hearing that the YouTube feed is not working now. Darlene, you're on mute, but
Okay, I will send out a new link to the people that are on the list.
are you,
Oh, the Zoom link is working. The YouTube is not working.
Yeah, I'm not sure why, but I can copy the link from the live video and send it out to everybody on my list.
okay, yeah, it's best if we can keep the same link for people who join later.
Well, and we need the public to be able to send it, to receive it, or to log in on that link.
Right. Oh, it's working for somebody else. Maybe it's working now. Okay, I think it's working. Wait, hang on, just let me check. Okay, I think it's working. Let's go ahead.
So continue, or you want me to start over?
Wait, no, just continue, thanks.
Okay, as I mentioned, that there's two interconnected reservoirs, and it's an off-stream structure, which means it receives diverted water from Ukumahami Gulch, and originally supplied water for irrigation and residential use. The classification and the condition of this dam, this is considered a high hazard dam, and by statutory definition is defined as a dam that if it fails, it has probable loss of life because there are residential properties downstream, and this dam is considered in poor condition. Some of the primary safety issues of this dam is that there's a large seepage area that is on the toe of the dam, and if this seepage is not addressed, it could develop into a more serious issue and eventually lead to a piping failure of the dam. Both spillways on these reservoirs are undersized to pass the probable maximum flood. And just to note that the probable maximum flood for the board members is the inflow design flood of a high hazard dam. Because the spillway is undersized, this could result in the overtopping of the dam during a PMF event and eventually lead to a dam failure. The enforcement actions that were taken against this dam owner in June 2008, DLNR had informed the dam owner to reduce their water level in the reservoir number 3 until the seepage stopped. Therefore, the reservoir is currently empty. And on February 18, 2020, DLNR issued a notice.
Cardi, could you hold on? I'm still getting messages that people are not seeing the live stream on YouTube.
Oh.
Somebody said it's showing up under the Department of Health YouTube channel, not the DLNR's.
We'll just pause until we get it sorted out here.
Yeah, I just sent a message out to Lawrence to change it on the website as well, but I'm not sure that I will turn it off and try again.
Yeah, why don't you try that?